Hi everyone, this is Paperworm. Yay! We are doing a journal with me video because I don't know. I have been in a journal slump for a long time, and I really want to finish this journal. I have about 26 pages or so left. This is kind of I did count it last time, but then I did something and now I'm not sure, but it doesn't really matter. So I was thinking that, I have this 3 images over here, and I usually build my color thing up around my images, right? So we're gonna make a maroon pale grayish spread. This is just a gothic room that I think looks awesome, and I wish I could live in this environment. So this will be kind of a goth, maybe some lace, black lace type of borders, probably. Pretty sure I still have some printed out somewhere. Maybe I find them really quick, and if not, then I just give up and cry. Wait, there's something. Go away, butterfly. Yeah, why not? Okay. Nope. So yeah, I forgot to continue talking. So I know some people do not like chatty videos. What I usually do when I'm not in the mood to listen to a random person, that there are people that you really like because you know them for a long time and you love to listen to the stories, then it's all fine. But some people you don't connect to, and they have completely different style than you, but you like the journaling process, but you're not in the mood to listen for like a 40-minute rant about their life. Just open another tab, mute my video, and put some music on, your favorite music. It makes everything more interesting. I do this sometimes. And I'm not ashamed to admit that, Yeah, I have this for a long time. So we're gonna build a red and black theme around that one. Yeah. So, I have found this thing with the journal prompts, and one of the prompts, the first one, in fact, was like, if someone wanted to know you like really good, what should they read, listen, and watch, right? To find out who you are as a person, your personality. But I wonder if that is enough. I mean, humans are very complex. And just because I like Supernatural or Harry Potter, and I tell you that I have depression, doesn't mean that you know me, right? As a person. I feel like my journal does reflect, of course, who I am and what I like, but not everything. There are some people who think just because I talk about depression that they know me and I understand them, I understand their depression. But that's not always the case, you know. In the end, I sometimes believe that no one really knows who I am. But that that is maybe a bit dramatic, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't feel like I show everything to the world. It's just fragments of my personality. Yeah, so I was trying to come up with an answer for this prompt. And I think if I start to list all of the things that I think are significant in order to build a profile around me, like a profiler, it's like looking for a serial killer and they build themselves like a profile of this person. Pooh, I wonder. Would I just go on pages and pages and pages about things that were monumental for me and that influenced me a lot? But just because it influenced me in some way doesn't mean that it is part of my personality. And strangers do not know. Oh, what did I throw down? Oh, just a headband. Like a stranger would never know how it did something that influenced me. You know, why did Supernatural or Harry Potter affect me? And therefore, I'm not sure if this prompt can be answered. Yeah, I was thinking a lot about this type of stuff. It's kind of deep. You know what I'm missing? I'm missing a gray washi tape. I have not. I have none. I could go with the maybe pale pink is because it is a little bit on the warmer side. No. I'm really running out of good washi tapes, to be honest. I do buy washi tapes every now and then, but I feel like I sit here very often and I'm like, oh my god, I have nothing gray. Happens a lot. Oh, maybe we could do something, layer the washi with this. So yeah, I was thinking, how would you answer the prompt? You know, do you think there's anything monumental in your life, like a fandom or a movie or a certain band, where you think that if you pointed that out to another person, would it tell them anything about you? I mean, sure, let's imagine there is a band who makes constant songs about mental health, or let's say especially maybe about, I don't know, someone facing sexual harassment or whatever. And if that song is running, and you know what I mean, like a person can kind of count one and one together and be like, okay, you know, something about this topic touched this person, so maybe they were sexually harassed, right? So there is some kind of conclusions you can get to, but I wonder if that's enough, you know what I mean? I don't know exactly where I'm going with my thoughts, but oh no, this is not enough tape. Oh, I lost it. Maybe I can. Nope. Yes. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. No. Oh, great. Yeah. So I was thinking that I have a lot of random traits, but just because I like a lot of different things, my personality is not set in stone, right? I change frequently. I feel like I can change, like all the like it's not, you're not limited to being one person forever, right? I mean, there are certain character traits that stay forever because they are part of who you are, I guess. But I don't know where I'm going with this, but you kind of know what I want to say, right? And then, you know, it did lead me to the question about how much we share online and how much we share when we make journal flip throughs, and what we tell people about ourselves, and what type of image people have about us, what type of image they have about me. I very often find that people think differently of me than how I would describe myself, you know, because I see myself from a different point of view. I'm totally not satisfied with anything about this spread. This is so boring. It is fucking boring. Maybe it doesn't matter. Why do I even decorate my pages? I could just not. Just write, right? I feel like my page is less intimidating if there's some decoration going on. Especially since I struggle to write on some days. I'm losing the string of my whatever I was talking about. I'm sorry. My brain is always so full and random. This night I only slept 5 hours, and I think I was terrified of this dentist appointment, and this is why I couldn't sleep. I'm still such a baby sometimes. Okay, we need balance. I need to balance this color out on this side in order for it to look nice. There is maybe a sticker in here that is not black, but I need to see. This one, for example, is kind of brownish, at least in my eyes. I have problems with my eyes lately. It's like I'm constantly how do I say that? I see constant flashes. I'm constantly blinded by my own computer screen and my phone and just, daylight. Maybe I turn into a vampire. I could also do that. Because then the black is so black compared to the rest that it pops out and you see a balance going onto 2 pages. I could even add a little bit more black somewhere. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know how this will look like, but because I'm gonna do a black corner here and here. And this, no, this would look strange. I will make one here, but a slim one so I can still fit the cat over there, like this one. Sometimes people said to me that they find some of my spreads really interesting, but there is no real I'm not really think much about what I'm doing. I feel like all of my whatever I do is pretty random most of the time. Yeah, and there's this one person. Have you seen this person on Instagram? I forgot the name. But this person has a really, really similar journal style. Every time I see a journal spread from this person, in the first second, I'm always thinking that someone is reposting one of my own pictures. After like having like, I don't know, 5,000 posts or something, I cannot remember every single spread of my journals anymore. And when I see something that is so similar in style, my brain immediately thinks it's mine. And then I'm like, wait a second, but this person is like, like I think they are writing in Dutch. So it's really funny. It's really funny. I don't know the name of this person right now. I'm sorry. I didn't sleep enough and I cannot think properly. Okay, how can we add the cat over here? It must be here because I don't know where else. Okay. I don't know. Just slap it somewhere and move on. Okay. Is this enough? Or do we need to add something more? No, that's enough. I don't want to ruin this. Enough space for writing still. Lost my train of thought again. I'm so sorry. Oh, I bought a really strange multivitamin tea, and it tastes exactly like what like the juice. And this is so strange, especially considering that there's a lot of sugar in juice. It's like a sugar bomb, right? And if you have tea that tastes exactly the same, which has 0 calories and 0 sugars, this is so handy, right? For summertime, I mean. I always make my own iced tea. I make everything from scratch. I cook everything from scratch. I don't buy any ready-made products. And I like to make my own iced tea as well. Not only because it's cheap, cheaper than anything you can just buy in a store to drink, but because it's healthier. Or maybe not, considering I'm using an artificial sweetener, and some people say it is really bad for you. More bad than sugar. Then, maybe it's not so healthy. Okay, anyway, let's move on with a journal spread. I wanted to do something with this, but I just have something black. Let's do the red spread first. Oh, I have blood, but this is more of an orange tone. Do I even have an orange toned red? I doped it, so nope, I have to. This is pink. Fuck. Okay. Well, maybe I use blood then. Which one? I don't want it to look too psycho, Haha. I'm thinking I shouldn't use blood tape at all if I don't want to look psycho. Yeah, that doesn't fit. I don't want this. I really like the blood tape when it goes to something creepy or spooky or yandere, but not in this situation. This is more screaming punk to me, Punk. How about... I just saw it here, but now it's gone. Where did it go? How about this? This is originally for Christmas, but I remember me and my punk friends, we wore pants like that with that thing, that style, when I was a teenager. So yeah, I will do that. Let me check more journal prompts. Maybe you find a journal prompt that you like. Have you ever found a writer who thinks just like you? I wonder. List your fandoms and one character from each that you identify with. Some of those questions are like standard questions. What musical artists have you most felt connected to over your lifetime? Yeah, some Harry Potter questions. What's your Patronus? How the fuck do I know? I'm not the wizard, you know. List the top 5 things you spend the most time doing in order. Daydreaming, writing on my stories, cooking probably, because my brother has no talent for cooking. I have to do everything. So, but I think writing is number one. But just I do gaming, but I need to be in the mood. You know, I'm not always in the mood. There are many days in the week where I don't play anything and I just write on my story. So yeah, I really don't know. Sad enough, journaling is not on the list at all because I'm not doing it often enough anymore. In this moment, am I even a journal person? I mean, I love journals, enough, but maybe that's the point, right? I filled up so many journals, and because I'm creating content for YouTube or Instagram, I kind of burned out at some point. You know, like for a while there was this sentiment of, oh, I have to create something to show off every day. It burnt me out over the years, and now I don't give a fuck anymore. Sometimes, you know, there are days when I really don't. I don't post sometimes for a week on Instagram, which is really strange, right? I mean, strange in a sense that never happened before. But no, they're too spiritual for this page. Maybe I have come to the realization that I don't have to prove anything to anyone, you know, and I can just live however I want. I need some punkish sticker. Wait, what's this? I remember this is the last piece of washi tape that ripped off the roll, and I wanted to still use it and just glue it somewhere. Yeah, so maybe I don't strive to be someone on the internet. You know what I mean? Like back in the day when I found the journaling community, I was really proud to be the only goth person in the room. I felt like my style did look very different from anyone else's, and I wanted to show, right? I wanted to show my unique style to the world, and I was really inspired and everything, but I don't know. First of all, I'm not the only goth anymore. There are many now, and but that's not the problem. I do connect with the other goth people. The problem is I don't want to show anymore. I feel like I'm done, you know. I'm tired. I'm tired. Because sometimes I really just want to write. You know, I have a lot on my mind. I could grab my journal in an instant and just write. But no. I first have to fucking decorate the pages so I can show them on Instagram. You know what I mean? This is like one of the things that starts to get really on my nerves. Sure, yeah, you're no arguing that you don't have to, you know, but it kind of feels still forced on the inside. Because when you are a content creator, people expect content from you, right? Even if it's just like a really small group of people and you're like not having that many subscribers, but it doesn't matter. People are fans from your channels for a reason, right? And so you have to give this reason to them every single day. And I guess I was just on the fence about, do I really want this, you know? Do I want to be free, or do I want to continue like I always have, right? This was basically my dilemma, I guess. Look, we have some red stickers, and I didn't see them. Nee. This looks kinda really punk. Yeah, I really liked it. It would be cool to have some ripped up paper. I don't know. Yeah, why not? I like that. I took myself a lot of writing space away. But since I want to use up this journal, it doesn't matter too much. So yeah, I was actually wondering, my question would go out to everyone who is making journal flip-throughs currently. Like, do you think that you're forced to do what you do? Or do you do it because you absolutely love what you're doing? And this is not a burden to you, but the most fun you can imagine. Yeah, because back in the day, it was fun for me. I was such a, what's the word? A passionate journal person. I would spend so much time in the day just hanging out with my journal and creating pages and pages and pages and writing. And it was fun. It was my hobby. It was like, oh my God, I love doing this, right? But it's not anymore. It's not anymore. I don't know. I don't know why. Maybe it has to do with depression. Or, maybe I'm sometimes just sick of writing about my real life, because my real life is really bleak. Is this the right word? Empty, boring. Lately, I have been confined to my house a lot because I always have like lumbago in my back, right? And all I really do is like sitting on here on this desk and writing on my stories. Yeah, in between, I have to do housework and cook. Great. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing I can write about. Unless I write about deep thoughts, about how the world view, or maybe about wars or what's going on in the world right now. But I'm not a very political person, and I usually don't do this in my journals because, when you have viewers and they are different, have a different opinion than you can get into fights and whatnot. So I usually do not I'm not political in my journals. But I like deep thoughts, at least. But sometimes I feel like I'm exhausted, you know? Like I I sound like a really whiny pussy right now. I'm sorry. I just try to find out the reason why I'm not into journaling much anymore than how I used to. But you're usually not sitting in your room like this and thinking really deep about a topic like that, right? So this is kind of while I'm telling you, my thought process is moving on, and maybe I come to a conclusion of some sort. You know what would be really cool? A chandelier that looks just like that. I could print one out. Ah, no, I'm too lazy. Oh, this is one of my favorite tapes and I don't want to use it up, so I put it away. Oh yeah, right. I totally forgot to show you my new journal. I have showed this on Instagram, but I wanted to show you in person. Look. This has like a metal edge. It is really cold. It is really thick. I mean, it says here that it has 288 pages. They are like 90 grams each. Is this company, Bindewerk. Bindewerk in English would probably mean something like binding factory. So yeah, maybe it doesn't matter, but they have different types of these. I didn't know. I saw those in the store. Okay, wait. I thought for a second, but then those locks are not the locks that I want. I want, you know, my teenage journals, the journals that you have probably seen before, with this lock on top here. Yeah, I really would love to have those journals again, but this journal style with this particular lock is really hard to find nowadays. Unless I go into like a vintage shop, probably. Anyway, I'm totally distracted again. I wanted to show you this journal. This is like it's almost like, it is cardboard, but it has almost the feeling of fabric. And of course, the whole point about this is why it has to do with binding, because the binding is amazing, right? The book binding. Look how much space there is. This lays absolutely flat. And I love this part the most. There's nothing worse than like a journal that bulks the page like that, you know. I am so fucking excited. I don't know, the surface is not smooth. It feels like it has texture. So I'm not exactly sure how a fountain pen will react to those pages. I will have to make a pen test soon, an ink test. And this rubber band is really, really tight. So even if I bulk this up, this rubber band will hold it together. So I really, really look forward. I wanted this book for years. But every time I saw this in the store, I thought it was too expensive for 25 euros. I think it was even more expensive back in the day. I think it was 26 or 28 when I saw it for the first time. Yeah. I always wanted this. There is something about the metal and the round edges, the perfect thickness, and this there's like this thick cardboard on top, no? And it makes the journal feel almost puffy, almost as if there's like a pillow, you know, you want to sleep on it. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. So yeah, anyway, there's a reason why I want to fill this journal up, because I want to start a new journal. And my thoughts are all over the place, and I'm so sorry. I already forgot what we talked about earlier. This happens when you only sleep for a limited amount of time, which I'm probably not the only person here that has sleeping problems. So some of you might know what I'm talking about. But Danny, why can you not sleep? Oh, thanks for asking. You know, I think the biggest problem is just that my brother stands up at 5:30 to go to work, and I I have a really sensitive hearing, and I just wake up, and I'm unable to fall back asleep. It's an easy explanation. It's a stupid explanation, but it is how it is. Yeah, I cannot fall back asleep. And then I'm just laying in my bed forever, daydreaming and making up stories, and then that's it, really. This is like the largest washi tape I own, and I have no clue where it comes from. Someone sent it to me, maybe, or I bought it. I don't know, but yeah, man. This I want this cathedral church here, but all the surrounding of the dots and stuff I don't want. So it's really exhausting to cut this out, but I will do that. By the way, we are already at 37 minutes. It is possible that my phone cuts out. I noticed a few times before that around the 40-minute mark, the video just ends. I don't know why. So if that happens, you kind of know. You have kind of like an end result already in your mind, what this page could look like, right? So it's not like you're not missing out on much, right? I have already spoken about all the topics that I was interested in, which were mostly about the journaling prompts. Oh, I drop everything today. So yeah, I hope you have a really good day, and that your journaling is going fine. And maybe some of the prompts or my thoughts have inspired you to think about certain topics. Or maybe not. Maybe you don't have to think deeply about anything that I said. But I know quite a lot of journal people who love to give their 2 cents on deep topics, So feel free to do so. Why not? Like Celia, right? She likes to dive into certain topics and just speak her mind. I like that. I like that a lot. So well, I could have done this a little bit more neat to the corner, but it is how it is. Let's just move on. Yeah, that is a beautiful chain. So pretty. Whatever. Yesterday, no, the day before yesterday, on Sunday, I live near a church, and I could hear the bells ring. And I was thinking back on my childhood, because I was raised Christian, right? And I was thinking about the church that I could always see from the window, and that the church bells are so a sound that I was really familiar with. And I don't know. I cannot really say that it has anything comforting about it, because church was never a comforting place. In my childhood, it was more like a force, have to go there and pretend to believe in something you don't. So I don't know. I never liked church. I mean, there's a reason why I turned to pagan religions when I was a teenager. So. But I still feel a connection to certain things, like church, the church itself, the building, the cathedrals, the bells. I don't know. I think we're gonna end this video now before I just continue to ramble. I'm so fucking tired. I just want to go to bed right now. No, wait. I made some coffee and didn't even get the cup. I forgot. Oh my, I need to go and grab a coffee. Have a really nice day, friends.